Hiya folks, it's only KARL-JAMES Langford, my daily vlog, videolog, blog, or whatever you want to call it. It's the 18th of July and it's 2014 and it's a Friday, very late. Just like to start on a negative note, but a dreadful event in Ukraine with the aircraft, whatever happened to it. 298 deaths, nearly 300 deaths in the sky above Ukraine. None of this makes any sense anymore. Direct link with a load of people on that plane who were going to an AIDS conference in Australia or somewhere like that. So that's going to be a huge loss. People who are actually going to create a solution to HIV/AIDS, they're all dead, knocked out of the sky. The war on the ground in Ukraine was nothing to do with them, and they're gone, and everybody else. 80 children lost on that flight, men, women, children, everybody. Huge loss. The world's gone nuts. You've got war in. Everybody's forgotten the war in Iraq, haven't they? Everybody's forgotten the war in Syria. They're going to forget about Gaza and Palestine. You know. Yeah, countless things, terrible things going on the earth. Nigeria, those girls going missing. So much terrible stuff. Anyway, let's get on to a positive. Anyway, our heart goes out to everybody who's suffering at this minute. Hopefully there will come a day that doesn't happen. Anyway, went to a production this evening. It was brilliant. It was, loved it. It was the 39 Steps. There you go. It was at the Market Theatre in Cowbridge, in the Vale of the Morgan, and I love the story of the 39 Steps, but it was a comedy version of the 39 Steps, the comedy version playing in the West End. I didn't read the small print, but so when I was watching it, I thought, oh, right, how do I take this? But got into it, and after 10 minutes, everything settled into place, and I liked it. The main actors, Rachel Arenston, hopefully said that right, who played Annabelle and Margaret, and at the last minute she had to play Pamela Edwards, and she was acting alongside Lloyd Lee, who was the legendary Richard Hannay. If anyone seen it on TV, the original black and white version on TV, and then you got the colour version as well, they will know Richard Hannay's the main character in it. And brilliant performances. I'm not going to go through everybody, but it was great meeting again the director, Peter Saint-Laberry, who directed it, and yeah, brilliant performances from Jeff Grist, who seemed to do everything. I loved his role as a London detective with a very deep voice, and Peter Knapp. My God, his Scottish accents. He did Scottish accents, about 3 different Scottish characters. Loved it. And there was Barbara Lee. She did the Peter Knapp's Scottish wife in it. And Mr. Memory, Anthony Murphy. He got shot in it twice, I think. Original version, I think he gets shot once. Anyway, brilliant stuff. Weird special effects, they were alright. Lighting was good. Background was good. Oh, I like smoke. I like the smoke and the smoke machine. I really like smoke in these things. Pianist was brilliant. You have to look over to make sure it wasn't recorded because she was so good, Elizabeth Elliot. And there was Karen Mazin as well. Anthony Murphy as Mr. Memory. And obviously the background people, Jim Grove, Andy Craig, Barbara Lee, and anyone I've mentioned, you were awesome as well. So it was really good. Liked the theatre. My daughter liked it. It was with me, Bethan. the audience, it was packed. There was about, I think it was about 120 odd people in there altogether. It was packed. We had to struggle to get 2 seats even though we'd booked tickets. It was brilliant. So if anyone actually can get to the Market Theatre at the Butts in Cowbridge for Saturday, was it Saturday the 19th, which is probably the day you're going to be watching this, folks. Get to Cowbridge. Need to get there just before 7 o'clock because it's going to be packed for the final performance. And yeah, look forward to it. I loved it. And Rachel Aronson, her eyes, her dark eyes, her look was magic. Being an actor myself, it'd be great to have her in a production alongside me or whatever. Great. Lloyd Lee, his character was brilliant, but when he was out of his wig and stuff, you didn't know who he was. He was brilliant. An answer to the masks of all roles. It was brilliant. So I really liked it. It was really worthwhile, and it's good having the interval because you actually needed to think. You've got to think with the 39 steps. And finally, after all these years, I actually understand what the 39 steps is about. And now I've forgotten again. Anyway, I should explain it, so it's spoil it for you if you want to see it. So I think that's enough said for this evening. I'm going to pick up my images tomorrow from the photographer, Francis Kessel, and I got a little bit of a weekend with my children, and then I'm going to carry on with the script for Lost Days, get into that and get that flowing. And 3 things that came my way today. And Alex, who said for me to be humble about acting, to just go and do it. But it's really good to have, instead of having criticism, it's really good to have people comment on my skill as an actor. Some people might laugh at that. Oh, you're a skilled actor, you haven't been doing it long. But in a way, I've been doing it all my life. And my son said something very positive about my role in Human Interest that Jake filmed. Brilliant. That was heartfelt. It's good to get positiveness from your children, but my children are different. I've sort of taught them to be critical of their parents, me, and so on. But so therefore, when they do say something complimentary, it means something. That's what I'm trying to say. So anyway, thanks, Owen. And then Kenneth King, the director, he commented on my Linux page. I don't know if I can get it up. Kenneth commented about my acting on my Linux page. Here we go. This is it. And this is wonderful. I can only read the first bit here. Oh, here it is. This is Kenneth King. Thanks, Kenneth. I'd like to recommend Karl for his acting skills and overall attitude. Keep on getting these pop-ups. And performance. A great bloke, very committed, and a pleasure to work with. Brilliant. And then somebody else was positive about my acting as well today. I phoned somebody up, and this was Francis Kessel, and he said about some of the film work he'd seen me in. And he'd said that it was almost as if I'd been doing acting all my life. And I don't know what to say. And I was very talented. So I know I'm doing the right thing with the acting. And when you get positive comments about your acting, it tells me that I used to lecture 5 days a week, and it'd be very rare that anyone would send you an email or a message or actually write to you or anything about your teaching. You could go a whole... No, it's not about ego, but you've got to feel that